2018 study done by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics revealed that 44% of all food spending was on meals prepared away from home. Almost everyone can think of a few reasons why they prefer pre-prepared meals to cooking. As someone who frequently utilizes the various ways to obtain a good meal without having to cook, I know firsthand you don't need to know how to cook. I don't think that everyone needs to know how to cook. Cooking is a non-essential skill because there are so many frozen food options, restaurant choices, and food delivery services that will make you food quickly and easily without you needing any kind of cooking skills. First, we'll talk about how frozen food eliminates the need to know how to cook. Frozen foods are super easy to prepare, they provide much more appropriate portion sizes, and it results in a lot less food waste. According to dietitian Ann Cundiff in her article published March 2nd, 2015 in Food and Nutrition magazine, most frozen foods can be prepared in around 15 minutes by microwaving or steaming, which doesn't really take any cooking skills, and they allow you to take the exact portion you need, which encourages you to choose more appropriate portion sizes. And then more appropriate portion sizes lead to reducing food waste because you're not making too much to eat and having to throw it away. But frozen foods are also healthier in other ways as well. Frozen foods actually contain more vitamins and nutrients than fresh foods. In an article published June 2014 in Harvard Medical School's Health Publishing website, Dr. Michelle Hauser, a clinical fellow in medicine at Harvard Medical School and a certified chef and nutritionist educator, discusses how frozen foods actually contain a lot more vitamins and nutrients than fresh foods, because fresh foods tend to lose a lot of their vitamins and nutrients while they're being stored, and then they've already lost so many, and then you cook them and they lose even more. Where frozen foods tend to hold on to those vitamins and nutrients, so by the time you actually eat them and prepare a meal with them, they still have the original amount of vitamins and nutrients. There isn't just a vast amount of options in the frozen food aisle that negate your need to know how to cook. There's also various restaurants around you that will do the cooking for you. Restaurants are just a better option than cooking in general because they provide so much better variety of options for your meals. I mean, you can open up a restaurant menu and find way more options to eat than you could ever find going through the ingredients in your kitchen cabinet. But it's not just a variety of options that are great with restaurants, they also cater to many different life stages and lifestyles. I mean, restaurants have kids menus, which are better for kids, and seniors menus that provide smaller portions for seniors. And then they even have vegan options. According to the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, almost every restaurant now has a vegan food option. On PETA's website, under the Food and Health section, you can find an article updated February 4th, 2021, that lists all the major restaurant chains and their vegan menu options. So even if you've chosen to be vegan, a restaurant has that option for you. And that makes restaurants a lot better than cooking, because if your group contains many different lifestyle choices, then you don't have to try to cater to all cooking one meal. You can just choose various ones at a restaurant. But restaurants are also open anytime. If you get off work super late and you're craving a hamburger, you can go to Jack in the Box and get a hamburger. If you have to get up super early in the morning to pick up your friend from the airport and you're craving some pancakes, you can stop by Denny's and grab some pancakes. So there's just overall, restaurants provide better options and are also provide options all the time when cooking just doesn't. Not only do we have the option of visiting a restaurant to have our meal prepared for us, we also have delivery services that will bring our meal straight to our home. Delivery services are super convenient and super quick, and nowadays that's how everyone wants their meal, right? You don't have too much work, too much time to spend doing other things, to spend time cooking a meal. Cooking is just really inconvenient. And an article published June 26, 2018 on Forbes.com, senior contributor for Forbes, Andrea Chang, discusses how time-starved and convenience-seeking consumers are the reason why investment bank UBS predicted in their study of online ordering that by 2030, most meals will be ordered online and delivered, rendering knowing how to cook unimportant. Because, I mean, why would you cook when you can have a meal show up on your doorstep? But it's not just the convenience and the quickness that make the food delivery service just so much better than cooking. It's also the multiple meal options literally at your fingertips. You can open up your DoorDash app and browse many different menus from many different food establishments, and literally at a click of a button, you can order a whole meal, and before you know it, that whole freshly cooked meal will be on your doorstep with no effort on your part. So food delivery services are just so much more convenient, and just they have so much more choices than cooking at home, that it's just a lot. It just doesn't make sense to cook. Now that I've discussed the many options for effortlessly obtaining food, I hope you see that not everyone needs to know how to cook. With the ever-increasing number of frozen food options, restaurant selections, and food delivery services, learning to cook isn't essential. If journalist Trina Bell's predictions made in her January 25th, 2008 publication for Science News for Students are correct, in the near future, no one will need to know how to cook because robots will do it for us.